Who is on the call and what are they going to be talking about?
Good morning, Anna. Well, we have more than a dozen companies joining this call with the Internal Markets Commissioner, Thierry Breton, and all of the big tech is represented on that call, Facebook, Google, Amazon, and so on. And this is not just about who's joining the call, but also the timing of the call. This is happening just a week before the European Union unveils what could be sweeping legislation for these platforms. We're looking into the Digital Markets Act. We're looking into the Digital Services Act, and they could change things from how you store data, how you share data, but also ultimately who is responsible for the content that goes perhaps on social media. So this is really the final call for big tech to have a one-on-one, I would say, with the regulator. It doesn't mean they're going to change course, but it's unlikely because the European Union has signaled already that they do feel it's time to rein in big tech, that it's not for the European Union to adapt to technology, but to technology to adapt to the European playbook. And I would point to the words of the Commissioner Breton, who has said that we could see bigger fines in the future, but also some businesses being broken up if that was to be the case, and that would be the most severe case. What I would note, however, is that even if we do get this legislation going forward, you know very well you need to get the European Council involved, the European Parliament, so we're looking 1 or 2 years down the road.
OK, and how have big tech responded then?
Anna, I would say there has been a shift. Before it was much more controversial, at times more aggressive. We all remember that quote from the Apple CEO, Tim Cook, who said that a lot of the European regulation was responding to political BS. I think most of these companies now realize that they are going to have to pay more tax in Europe, that there is going to be more regulation. But what they argue is that it needs to be standardized at an EU 27 level and needs to be made simple. Convoluted legislation is not easy legislation to be followed. It'll be also interesting, I would note, to see whether or not the dynamics change with the Biden administration. President Trump had said many times that U.S. companies, especially techs, had to be taxed in the United States, not in Europe.